Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. Something really interesting caught my eye in the cooler at my local Hannaford. This is a pack that says Tasty Beverages. Can I have a sip of your tasty beverage? Okay, that's not a great impression, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Maybe you do. I don't know. But these are tasty beverages from Maine by Maine Craft Distilling. There's 8 different varieties, about 8 different cans here, 4 varieties. They're 12 ounces, gluten-free, no added sugar. I mean, Maine Craft Distilling, they've been around for a little while. They do some really decent stuff, and this looks like this just pre-mixed cocktails in a can. Lots of places are doing this, so here's a local company that's putting some out there. What do we got? We've got Vodka Soda with blueberry, awesome. Meadow Magic with elderflower and lemon. Sparkle Pony, rhubarb and lime, and Curious Sailor, grapefruit and citrus. All right, I'm seeing a little bit of a between Sparkle Pony and Curious Sailor. There might be a theme here. Not to cast aspersions or anything. I mean, who fucking cares, right? Are the beverages tasty or not? That's what matters. But yeah, I don't know. Vodka Soda with blueberry is what we're going to start off with. Now these are all at 5% ABV, looks like. Now this is interesting. It says 5% ABV on the can. Hints of Maine blueberry. Yeah, 5% ABV right there on the can. Now, when I look at the box, oh, okay. So the blueberry is the only one that's at 5%. The others are at 7. I'm going to say, I swear I saw 7. So I'm doing these in the wrong order because you should go from the higher to the lower when it comes to ABV, but hey, whatever. I can smell blueberries the second I cracked that. And it's got a nice tinge to it that tells me there's probably blueberry in there. Tasty Beverages. It's from Portland, Maine. All in good spirits. Nice. Maine Craft Distilling. Government warning. Canned by Maine Craft Distilling. Pardon. Now, it just says vodka with natural flavor, so there's got to be actual blueberries in there, right? Nutritional information, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not going to give you the rundown because they're all slightly different. So, all right, I'm going to assume that natural flavor means there's actual blueberries in here. We're going to go with that. I can smell the blueberries in that. Now, also, it doesn't say, well, I'm assuming vodka soda means there's vodka, and they all have vodka listed. Okay, so it's Maine Craft Distilling's vodka in a pre-mixed cocktail. Ho, 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 look at that vortex of bubbles coming up from the nucleation point at the bottom of the glass. Now, this is one of the reasons I always use the Sam Adams Perfect Pint glass for just about everything, folks. There are, glasses designed for different beer styles, IPA, stouts, etc. But the Sam Adams Perfect Pint glass was originally designed for the original Sam Adams Boston Lager. We're not going to go off on a tangent on that tonight, no matter how pissed off I am about the change in that formulation. But it is a great shaped glass to taste anything in because it's a combination of the different factors, the different design elements that you want in the different beer style glasses. Plus, it's got that nice nucleation point at the bottom. It's a laser etched into the glass, which allows the bubbles to nucleate there, and you can see any carbonation, and it's just lovely when it makes that little vortex effect. I'm going on way too much about this. But you can see it's slightly pinkish, but with a bluish tinge to it. So that's definitely the blueberry in there. Oh, and it smells amazingly like blueberry. It's like watered down blueberry juice. It's got a hint of sweetness to it. Now, knowing that this is a vodka seltzer, you know, vodka, a well-filtered vodka isn't going to taste like anything anyway. It's going to taste like water. So it tastes like a seltzer, a hard seltzer, that you'd get just about anywhere because there's that slightly bitter flavor that comes with the seltzer waters. It's not boozy at all. At 5%, I wouldn't expect it to be very boozy, but some of them are. And again, it's not huge on the blueberry, but there's enough blueberry there that I know it's blueberry. It's not like tasting fruit through TV static. It's distinctly blueberry. I mean, that's good. No doubt about it. Definitely one of the best seltzers I've had. I'm not a big fan of the hard seltzers for the same reason I mentioned before. I get that slightly bitter seltzer water flavor. Now, I don't know if everybody picks up on it. For some people, I wonder if it just tastes like plain water. But for me, there's a slightly bitter taste to it. But the blueberry flavor is significant enough that I'm, you know, I know it's blueberry. I can smell it. I can taste it. It's good. There's others, you know, like lemon seltzers, lime seltzers, cherry seltzers. Whew, excuse me. Wow. It's still bubbly. It don't look that bubbly, but it's bubbly. Anyway, it's one of the better seltzers I've had. And as I was saying, there's other fruit flavored seltzers out there that don't taste much like the fruit, but this is distinctly blueberry. Wow. This may not be my first beverage of the evening, folks, but I should not be this tongue-tied at this point in the evening. Anyway, that's damn good. Overall, I'm going to try not to compare it to other seltzers. In terms of the overall experience, I'm going to hit this with a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 is a pretty high rating for me from me for a seltzer. I tend to rate them lower, 2.5 to 3. Sometimes a really good one hits a 3.5, and the really, really good ones hit a 4. So this is a really, really good seltzer for me. I'm liking it. I'm going to finish it up, and we're going to move on to Meadow Magic. All right, next up is Meadow Magic. Now this is a vodka with natural flavor, no added sugar, tasty beverages. Meadow Magic. What was Meadow Magic supposed to be? Elderflower and lemon. Okay. Oh, there it is. It's on the back of the can. Remember that for the next one. I mean, it's on the box too, but holding the can, so it should be easier to find. All right, elderflower. I'm not sure if I've had elderflower in anything before. No real coloration in that, although it is a little bit hazy. Oh, no magic vortex of bubbles. But what we have is a nice, slightly hazy, not very effervescent seltzer. Fairly clear, though, even with the haziness. I think it is more, I'd call it more cloudy than hazy. It does have a nice glow about it when you get the light under it. And, pardon. Oh, there might be a hint of a green tint to it. Some of that might be the way the light's hitting the glass, though. And maybe a reflection of this light blue from the box. But maybe a slightly odd, like seafoam green tint to it. I'm getting hints of lemon. I can't remember if elderflower is like a floral, an actual floral aroma, or if it's like an herbal thing. Distinctly lemon, though. Primarily lemon in the flavor up front. It's that weird seltzer bitterness in the finish. But there's something in the middle. It's got to be the elderflower. I'm trying to think of a way to characterize it. Oddly, it reminds me of this chalky, minty medicine that I used to take as a kid, and I can't remember if it was for an upset stomach or if it was for something else. But there's a hint of that, but more strongly the medicine flavor of that. So it's like an herbal medicinal flavor with maybe a hint of mint, which is an odd contradiction to the lemon, but it's not bad. It's interesting and different. It's not something that I can really equate to anything else other than that bad example of the chalky minty medicine. It's odd and different. I think I said that already, but it's very interesting. It's a flavor that's got my attention. It's not bad. Again, it's just different. It's throwing me for a loop a little bit. I don't know if I like it, but I don't necessarily not like it either. Okay. It's definitely got me confused, which is not a bad thing. I kind of like when I get confused by something like this. Some of my favorite beers are the ones that I don't know what to think of because I've gotten a little jaded in having had so many different ones that when something throws me for a loop, it's a great experience because I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't get to say what the fuck very often. Well, I mean, when it comes to beer anyway. So, not that this is a beer, it's a vodka seltzer. But yeah, the elderflower has got to be, pardon, I swear I've come across it before in some beer or other cocktail, but, pardon, maybe not to this extreme. Anyway, I can sit here looking confused for like half an hour and not tell you anything else new about this. It's different, it's interesting, and I'm not sure that I like it, but I don't not like it. I know I'm repeating myself. So just on that alone, I have to give this at least a 4.5 out of 5. And again, it's mostly because it's giving me that unique experience. I'm not, a 5 out of 5 for me is like something that's a wow or completely unique and different and blowing me away. This one is unique and I'm almost at that 5 out of 5, but I'm more confused than impressed because I'm not like crazy about the flavor or anything, but I don't not like it. Third time I've said that. But it's just not hitting that full-on 5 out of 5, blowing me away. But it's as close as it's going to get for all the other reasons I mentioned. So I'm going to settle on that. We're going to finish this up, and we're going to move on. And we'll do the next one. We'll do Sparkle Pony. All right, next up is the Sparkle Pony. This is hints of rhubarb and lime in the vodka soda. Now, yes, I know I'm doing the whole over exaggerated, effeminate thing, and that's not a value judgment on anybody. It's just, that's not my personality type, so it kind of sets me not quite on edge, but puts me at a slight bit of unease. And that's more about my own insecurities than anything else. So please don't read anything more into that than what's on the surface, folks. I don't give a flying fuck how you act or behave or what your personality type is like. It just don't mesh well with effeminate men. So, again, not a value judgment. Our personalities just clash. So, slightly hazy, pinkish color to it. Also looking a little flat compared to that first one, that blueberry one. Really effervescent compared to these. Kind of a flat aroma, unlike the others. This one's got a hint of sweetness there, not much else. I wonder, is rhubarb big outside of the state of Maine? Because I see some beers and stuff that use it, but I've never actually seen like local cuisine that featured rhubarb, like strawberry rhubarb pie or whatever, like we have around here. Oh God, strawberry rhubarb pie with a nice crispy, like crystallized sugar on the crust. It's anyway. So I guess that's a question. Rhubarb is, I see it used, and I know Swiss chard and rhubarb sells pretty well as a seed. Don't ask me how I know that, but alright. I'm letting myself get distracted. Somewhat neutral aroma, but the flavor's a little odd. Rhubarb and lime. I would have expected more of a sour flavor, and the sourness is there, as well as some sweetness, but there's like this odd vegetative taste in the finish. It's weird. Like vegetative and earthy. It's not 100% tickling my fancy. It's odd. See, this is another weird one. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm not quite liking it 100%. And so, unlike the the elderflower and lemon Meadow Magic, where it intrigued me by being so different, this one's slightly off-putting because it's got a flavor that I can't quite put my finger on, but it's not I'm not entirely enjoying it. I'm kind of like on the fence, but I'm leaning towards it not really working for me, which is odd because I like lime, plain old citrus, and I usually don't have an issue with rhubarb, but something in this isn't quite meshing right. And maybe it's the interplay between the rhubarb and the bitterness of the seltzer, because I'm not getting as much of that typical seltzer bitterness that is slightly off-putting in all of these to me, but I'm getting that other odd flavor that doesn't quite make me think of rhubarb, but I also can't say it's anything else, especially where they're not listing anything else. So it's got to be that. So Sparkle Pony has got me kind of on the fence. I'm hitting it with a 3 out of 5. Now, bear in mind, on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average. So a 3 is slightly above average because I'm enjoying it more than I would most of these not so great seltzers, but it's not quite pushing its way past that because, again, there's that slightly odd, I can't put my finger on it flavor that's not entirely pleasant to me, but unlike with the one that had me mostly intrigued, this one I'm kind of leaning towards, I'm not quite 100% on board with this. So that is what it is, folks. Taste is subjective, so somebody else might grab this and completely disagree with me. So, but that's where I'm at on it. I mean, I'm going to finish it. Again, it was slightly above average, but I'm just not quite fully enthused, I guess is the way to put it. Anyway, I'm going to finish this one up, then we'll move on to the Curious Sailor. All right, last up is the Curious Sailor with hints of grapefruit, orange, and lime. So that's most of the big citruses. All right, like I said, I'm not going to get into the nutritional information on these because they're all slightly different. And you know what? It's not that big of a deal. They're probably healthier for you than beer. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. Probably because it's natural flavors. Vodka with natural flavors is probably why we're not seeing any hints of, like, orange or greenish or there might be a slightly pink tinge to that, so maybe pink grapefruit, maybe a slightly pink tinge to it, but mostly just a hazy, flat, once again, seltzer. Cloudy, I guess cloudy versus hazy. So not much going on with that visually. It definitely has a citrus aroma. I would say more grapefruit than anything else. I can't do this, folks. Curious Sailor. Again, no value judgments on anybody, but my masculinity is way too threatened by putting a Curious Sailor in my mouth. So I'm going to have to do this using the heavy mug. That's right. All this fucking exposition I've been going on about all this is just an excuse to bring out the heavy mug and show off, okay? Give me my moment. There we go. Away with this. And my nice 22-pound heavy mug allows me to reclaim my masculinity while putting a Curious Sailor in my mouth. Not bad. It's got that, again, that slightly bitter seltzer taste to it, but an overall flat yet well-rounded citrus flavor. When they say grapefruit, lime, it just says grapefruit and citrus on the box, but here it said grapefruit, orange, and lime. So grapefruit tends to be more sour than the other two. Maybe lime is a bit on the sour end too. But the orange is going to temper them out with a bit of sweetness. So overall, it's just got this interesting citrusy flavor. That just kind of works. Yeah. It's not bad. Not bad at all. And again, it's not quite blowing me away. It's just kind of there. Yes, I'm going to draw this one out so that you can watch me drink an entire 12-ounce beverage out of this heavy mug. Only dribble a little bit. Anyway. But yeah, it's got a nice balanced citrus flavor to it. There is that slight hint of seltzer bitterness that's not, it's my thing. Burp. Pardon. Burp. That's not bad. I think I'm settling on another 3 out of 5 with this one. I've had a good number of citrusy seltzers, and this one's right there with the others. It's slightly above average. I'm sorry, local Maine company, you don't get extra points just for being from Maine. I'd love to do that. I will say, if you're on the fence about getting one seltzer variety pack versus another, get the Maine one because, go local companies, etc. I do certainly enjoy some of Maine Craft Distilling's other products, so, go for it. Anyway, that's overall my opinion on the pack. I mean, blueberry is great. Sparkle Pony. Yeah. Meadow Magic threw me for a loop in a pleasant way. Sparkle Pony in a less pleasant way. And the Vodka Soda. Vodka Soda was the first one with the blueberry. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, okay. After this 4-pack and, these 4 beverages out of the 8-pack and what I had prior to this, I'm in pretty good shape. So I gotta say, overall, I recommend this pack. You should check it out. So yeah, I definitely recommend the pack. You should check it out for yourself. Once you have, hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. Love to hear what you have to say about the tasty beverages from Maine Craft Distilling. Again, Vodka Soda, Meadow Magic, Sparkle Pony, and Curious Sailor. Put that Curious Sailor in your mouth, folks. Because he tastes all right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Till next time, folks. Cheers.